where stains come to surrender, modern and convenient, laundry that fits your busy life, delivering freshness one load at a time, where dirty clothes find their shine. Experience laundry excellence like never before. For more details, contact the number on the screen.
Good morning and welcome to Newspaper Review on ART. I am Mary Valese, reaching you live from ART Studio here in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Newspaper headlines. And we're starting with the Punch. The big story on the Punch, we have governors battles Wiki as PDP factions just to for control. And here the writer says, please sue PDP headquarters. Wiki back chair moves in. Damagun block films. Tension ahead convocation. Tension ahead convention on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Fresh travel tax scheme worth $1 billion sparks protest on page 24 of the Punch newspaper. The rejoins APC tax PDP sinking ship on page 16. And Tinubu moves to appoint new ambassador amid U.S. tension. President meets Toga today. U.S. federal government officials deepen talk on page 2. And still on the Punch, we have Governor's poll. Amopitan visitor Anambra party sign peace accord on page 18. ANPP block set tough terms to back Tinubu's 2027 bid on page 9. NLEA discovers new cannabis variant California loud in Lagos. And that story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. OPS Labour rejects 20,000 naira notes on page 21. And that these are all the stories we have this morning on the Punch. And the next story is the next newspaper is a Daily Trust. In Daily Trust, we have a U.S. threats. What federal government should do, and this is coming from diplomats. We have conveyed our position coming from House of Reps, and still on the Daily Trust, pro Wike NWC functions take over PDP secretariat, and 19 bandits killed in Kano as border attacks escalate on page 16. Parties. Voters reject Niger local government poll. Bagos convoy attacks on page 10. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Daily Trust. So we move forward to the Vanguard newspaper. And the big story on the Vanguard and Trump. NSA service chiefs meet. And here the writer says ground operations airstrikes could be part of U.S. attacks in Nigeria. And this is coming from Trump's charge short borders with Nigeria. U.S. designation consequences of incompetence. And this coming from Obi, Governor Deleke seeks diplomat solution. Tinubu must not allow foreign military humanitarian interventions. And this is coming from Afenifere. ADC blames Tinubu for Nigerians backlisting. And we have a Trump's threat of military action could stoke more violence, erode investors' confidence. And this is coming from experts. You can see the picture on the Vanguard showing at Bayelsa's governors defection to APC, and that's the picture there. And still on the Vanguard, we have a story here that says the NAD faults federal government welfare claims, demands truth over fiction on page 25. Security men shot PDP secretariat amid escalating tensions on page 8. Anambra, INEC vows enhanced result management, credible poll. IGP wants IPOB ESN against disruptions. And still on the vanguard, we have a shake-up as Navy redeploys 65 Rear Admiral on page 9, 2027. After Ekiti, APC stakeholders mull concessions options. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Vanguard. We move to the Nigerian Tribune. The big story on the Tribune, we have a PDP crisis. Anyanwu factions takes over National Secretariat. I have resumed today, acting chairman says. Abdurrahim Aspley short party office on page 16. And here we have a story on the Tribune. Federal government releases 50 exemptions relieved under new tax reform law on page 5. 50%, 15% petroleum tax, premature imports, restrictions may lead to supply shortage, higher pump prices, and this is coming from LCCI once on page 6. Troops kill 19 bandits for incursion into Shanono local government area in Kano State. And you can find that story on page 26 of the Punch newspaper. We have Africa losses $135 billion annually to lead poisoning, and this is coming from World Health Organization on page 13. NSA service chiefs meet over Trump's stance on Nigeria and pursue diplomatic solution. Obi tells federal government. US claim reflection of incorrect intelligence coming from NOA. And ADC kicks against US military threats. Adeleke seeks peaceful engagement between Nigeria, United States, and Afenifere calls on Nigeria to unite against foreign intervention opposition behind face-off. And this is coming from Wiki. And we have a story still on the Nigerian Tribune. Stay away from Anambra election. IGP wants IPOB, ESN, others, and 6 parties signed peace accord. 2.8 million in voter registration. INEC chairman, vote according to your conscience. Obi of Onisha charges electorate. And the last story we'll be taking a look at here is The Guardian. And the big story on The Guardian, we have Trump threat sparks investors, fears as economy splits on impact. And we have federal government unveils 50 tax exemption relief to cushion new fiscal reforms impact. And this story is on page 19 of the Guardian newspaper. Still on the Guardian, reports blames government officials for 74% attack on journalists, and that story is on page 7. And still on the Guardian, we have a PDP police shot Wadata Plaza Legacy House as Mohammed assumes office on page 3. ADC slams over Trump's military threats, a rising insecurity on page 3. And still on the Guardian, resident doctors cakes as federal government claims payment of 31 billion naira arrears on page 4. Shake up in Navy as Abbas redeploys 65 Rear Admirals. Damagun scam tags defectors. Betrayers as Shetima welcomes Diri to APC. And on the Guardian, we still have a group hails court order on proposed PDP convention, and that story is on page 30 and 52 of the Guardian newspaper. And that will be all for newspaper headlines. So we'll be doing on a quick break, and when I come back, we resume with the newspaper analysis. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.
SRTV Laundry, bringing cleanliness to your fingertips. Laundry is so good, it will make you jump for joy. From stains to sparkle, we do it all. Let us do the dirty work for you. Quick, clean and convenient. SRTV Laundry is a place where stains come to surrender. Modern and convenient. Laundry that fits your busy life. Delivering freshness, one load at a time. Wear dirty clothes, find your shine. Experience laundry excellence like never before. For more details, contact the number on the screen.
Welcome back, viewers, from that quick break. We're still on the newspaper review, and now it's time to analyze the paper. And I'll not be doing it alone. I'll be adding my colleague all the way from Asaba this morning to join me. Good morning, Dorcas.
Good morning, Mary. It's already 12 noon.
Oh, it's already 12. Sorry.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good
How are
afternoon.
you? How are you doing?
My Abuja.
I'm even struggling to see you. I can't even see you, but it is well. So I'll be going with the punch, the big story on the punch. That says governors battle as a PDP factions justice, just two for control and please see PDP headquarter Wike back chair moves in Damagun block films. Tension ahead of convocation. Mm. PDP. The thing is, before I move forward, before I delve into the full story, I would say I don't wish for PDPs to be going through what they're going through right now because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I never need to get to this stage where PDP will be in such a disagreement. They'll be in one problem or the other. They're supposed to have their national convention, I think, 15th, 17th of this November. And it has been one confusion or the other in that party. The thing is, anytime you hear about PDP issues, you always see Wike in the front. It's always at the forefront of every issue PDP is having. Then that's where I bring into the question I will always ask myself: if you don't want to be in PDP, right? Because I know you always want to be in control. You want to be in control of the party. But if it's not working, maybe you either be a full-time PDP member or a full-time APC member. There's this thing that when you read literature, one of the poem they'll say defense. You cannot be on defense. You cannot be here and here. You have to be on one place. You have to stand on one thing. You get, what do you want? That's the thing. What do you want? And it says a governor's battle. Wike as PDP factions justice for control. At the end of the day, PDP, I know that it's not easy for them because even most of their strong men, the strong men in the party that are supposed to hold the party are leaving. When you have people that are supposed to be pillars of something and they're already leaving, there comes the problem. At the end of the day, look at the Bayelsa State governor. He was still in PDP when they were planning the convention. So I felt he was going to stay. He was going to spend more time. But unfortunately, he has defected to APC, and you can see
Many,
that
many states
more people
are now
are defecting. You said?
I said how many states are now remaining in PDP now because I think the last time you said there were eight.
Yes, and four are planning to still defect to APC. So
All
if
right.
if four of the remaining ones are planning to defect, then what will be the fate of the party? You get, because this big story here now, this is what it's saying. The battle for control of the People's Democratic Party took a new twist on Monday. That is yesterday, here in Abuja, when loyalists of the Federal Capital Territory, SOWK, forcefully took over the party's national secretariat, Wadata Plaza, in the absence of governors elected on the party's platform and their loyalists. You cannot, that's why I say at the end of the day, if we want to tell ourselves the truth, it's not really part of PDP. You cannot be in a party and you are the one trying to destroy them. You get my point?
Mm,
And
yeah.
you don't want to leave them. You cannot seal off their headquarter. You get, and you are telling me you are part of them. No, if you're part of them, that attitude will not be seen. I really do not know what he's trying to conquer in the party, or what he's dragging with any other person in the party. But I think he's overdoing the whole thing, because part of the truth is part of one of the problem that PDP is facing right now is Wiki. I think he wants to just quietly finish those people, and instead of them
It's
to stay together and build the party, they are leaving. You get, what are they leaving
that's
for?
Wike should come out and say if it's against PDP or it's for PDP. Let's know where it stands. You should stop throwing PDP off balance every time.
From even from the time that they were talking about the convention, he was still fighting with Makinde, the Oyo State governor. It was just not being so plain. I was even trying to see if I'll put Wike's picture here, but I think my network is disturbing. He was never on one place. You get, The thing is, I feel the problem they have is when PDP comes up with a particular decision on something, and maybe that particular thing does not favor the minister. That is where they have a problem. But I keep saying that people will not always do what you want, and the earlier you
Yeah.
accept it, you get the better. You cannot only be the person in the party to dictate what the people should do. There was still a news that came up when he was saying that if they are not actually working with him, you get, things will never work well with them, because he was actually making caricature of them in the sense that he maybe wants things to go this way, it is not going in his direction, you get. But you won't
Yeah.
blame them, because they know that at the end of the day, this is not somebody we can trust. He's not fully with us. He's the kind of divided. If he's fully with them, is a different thing. And that is why even Dangote did what he did. There is nobody that knows that, okay, if we are in a group and I know that we are not on the same page, you get, we would not want to work with you. That's the truth. So him
Yes.
always coming to fight his own party members is really disturbing, honestly. It's not like other people defected to APC peacefully, they are not coming to fight, but he's always there trying to fight them. So I don't know. Wike is no longer you and Fubara. It's well. It's no longer you and Fubara. You are coming with full force to fight your party, because it's still his party. It's still there. He did leave. No, he did not. Okay, let's look into the next story here on the Punch. We have another story here on the Punch that says um Tinubu moves to appoint new ambassadors amid U.S. tension. President meets talk at the U.S. Federal government officials deepens talk. At the end of the day, whatever they intend to do, me, I feel like it's not like the US or the President Trump actually would come to say they want to start fighting or killing people, you get, that are disturbing the country. But maybe this is like a wake-up call. This is like a
Yes.
way of actually making them to sit up, because they are too relaxed with this security in the country. People are traveling. There is no safe time to travel in Nigeria. You can be going in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. Anytime is risky. Anytime, as long as Nigeria is concerned, is risky. Anything can happen to you anytime you are traveling in this country. So it's not like, are we going to talk about people that are in their house, they come and pick them up, or we just want to talk about the travelers everywhere? You get, it's filled with insecurity. So for me, I think this attitude or this threat coming from the US is just for our leaders to sit up. And when you go through the news, actually arrest some terrorists, kill some terrorists, it's looking as if they are now going out to work. Because if we tell ourselves the truth, at some point they were so relaxed. They were so relaxed that it was looking like we are now to adapting, or in a way not worried about these unnecessary or steady killings that are happening in the country. You know, the truth is a lot of people have lost their lives. Why? Because they're Nigerians, which is really, really sad. So for people that are saying the US threat or the Trump is coming because they want to come and take our natural resources, that's a fallacy though, because I don't know if the natural resources you are protecting, if at the end of the day you've even gained anything from it. I think the main thing is stopping the killings, stopping the insecurity. That should be the main thing, because for the fact that we are just see that people are dying, you get, it's in the news, doesn't mean that it is not happening real. We say people are dying. Remember that even our soldiers in the bush, their lives are still at risk. The one that happened
Yeah.
last, I think in Borno, that they had to start running into the Cameroon border. You see that they even attacked the army camp. So nobody is safe. They're everywhere. And when you give people too much, freedom, it becomes a problem, because the way these people are going, they are entering deep into Nigerians. They keep killing, and it looks as if they're always going scot free with it. Nobody is fighting them. You get, is a problem. The thing is not like we don't have security. Nigeria is not a country you say we don't have security, we need to employ more. No, we do, but they should go out and work. Every of those security forces should know their job, because they are mixing it up. There is a particular job for a soldier, so a soldier should do what a soldier is called for. A police should
Yes.
do what a police is called for. The VIO should do what the VIO is called for. Army, Air Force, Navy, FIRS, immigration, custom, they all have their offices. But these people are not even focusing on their own job. Everybody just want where they will gain something in their stomach. And because of this selfish attitude in us, we keep having problems. We keep falling into issues because if the VIO job, right, if they're focusing on the job, you saw a video where they were flogging one of the VIO because they still want to collect money. We know that it's police that will always stop you and want to collect money. They also want to collect money. So I think if it is not even about the payment, even if they increase their salaries, this thing is looking like it's now a part of them. So for the fact that they want to always collect money, when you stop people and instead of searching them, your first intention is to collect money from them. Then you're not even searching to know if there's anything in their car. You're not searching to know if there's anything wrong with them. You understand? Then you just collect
Yes.
the money and let them go. That is why the crime will continue to increase. That is why, because all this ammunition that these terrorists are using, how are they using it to end? Like, in what way are they succeeding to enter into the country? A country where we have borders, where we have people that are in the borders to checkmate all of these things. Yeah, they succeed in bringing it inside the country. Then tomorrow we are coming to say why is Trump wanting to fight for us? That is because they want to take our natural resources. We should first of all ask ourselves, how are these people succeeding to bringing this ammunition into the country? Well, how comes? How are they succeeding? So you see that these are things that actually require some questions. They are questionable acts itself. So we have another story here on the Punch that says NDLEA discovers a new cannabis variant California loud in Lagos. NDLEA, they are doing their job though. They are doing their job. The way they are fighting over this whole drug issue. When we see people that are working, let's still commend them for their hard work. I know that it's not easy to stop this drug trafficking because people are already making money from it. It is like a normal job that people do. The way we work here, there are people that their job is trying to always either import or export these drugs and make money from it. So with the little way they can, I think they are trying to fight it because the risky part of this whole thing is that even the young people now practice this thing, now practice this evil character. You get, because they don't. Are we even trying to say these are the age of people that should take it? The difference is you see young people even below 18 already doing drugs. So what's the fate of that youth? What's the fate of that teenager? Sorry, what's the fate of that person? Where do you intend to go from here? So I think NDLA, they are doing their best and they should keep doing because these are the way we can actually make Nigeria better. And there's this story on the Daily Trust that I actually want to talk more about, and that says pregnancy cases on the rise in Borno IDP camps. I keep asking myself, people in IDP camps, they need our help. So how come they're getting pregnant the more? The children you guys
Exactly.
have already birthed, the children they already birthed, nobody's taking care of them. They are not even looking well. They are looking malnourished. And you guys or you women, I don't know how it's happening. You keep getting pregnant. You keep giving birth to who? To children that
Who will take
cannot
care of
access.
those ones?
You said? Can you hear
I said
me?
the ones that are giving birth to, who will take care of them?
And that's what I'm saying. To kids that cannot access good education, to kids that are not looking well, that are looking malnourished. Forget about people that go to IDP camps and take pictures. That the fact that they come, that doesn't mean they come always. There are people that don't visit IDP camps even in 6 months, but they keep making it look like they go there. Those people are suffering. They are hungry. You get, then how comes they keep getting pregnant? You keep betting children when you are not even properly taken care of. I know that sometimes they introduce skill acquisition for them, but how many of them are using it to make money? And how many of them have learned this skill that they can't do something with it? You get, so I don't know. This more pregnancies coming from IDP camps is not something we should be hearing, because we know that IDP camps are where people that needs help are staying. They need help. So it's not where they should be getting pregnant more and more. Adding to who? Adding to whose body? adding, adding to adding to whose body? It is well. Okay, The next one we have here, strike. Tinubu orders immediate resolution. And this strike is talking about our medical doctors that went on a strike. He said they should resume work. It's good that he took action. See, our leaders are working these days. These days they are working. But I don't need to say this is why they are. In a way, we should be able to know better why they are sitting up. They are working because I don't know, in a country where medical doctors will be going on a strike, how? Where does that Nigeria? It is well. I don't know what to say about this whole issue because I was just like, there are things that when I see that happens in this culture, I'll be asking myself, where does that happen? Okay, President Bola Tinubu has directed the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to ensure that members of the Nigerian Association of Medical Doctors who are on strike resume work today. Okay, so whatever is your reason for going on strike, it's a lack of welfare. The president has cleared it too. You've seen it, 31 billion naira in arrears. He has cleared it. So now it's time for them to work. It's time for them to work, put in the work, take care of people that need medical action. Yes, take care of them. I know that even at the end of the day, we still do not treat our medical practitioners well, and that is why they always want to leave. But in a way, the ones we are doing too is still manageable. They can manage it. Because imagine when if this strike had stayed like the one has to normally do that, they will go for 8 months, 6 months. Imagine that doctors go on strike for 8 months, 6 months.
Oh, it's not be funny. It will not be funny. Oh.
Imagine that. I don't know what to say. It's not. It was. It's not in any way going to be funny. It would have been so terrible. Okay, I'm trying to look at the last story here. U.S. threats. What federal government should do. Okay, let me see what this person is saying. A diplomat, Ambassador Suleiman Dahiru, has called on the federal government to quickly engage the American government and the American Senate over the designation of Nigeria and potential invasion, giving them all the facts about what is being going through in the country. What are the facts that they will give them? The one that they said it happened, they said it's misinformation. So what are the facts you are saying they should give them? Are you sure the United States want to listen to what our federal government is going to say, or they are working with what they are seeing on the media? You saw the video that was going around, the pastor in Plateau State that was crying that they should tell Trump to help them, that the killings in the states, the killings of Christians in the states has become too much. Those are the kind of videos he want to see and work with. Because the federal government will definitely go there and say nothing is happening. They will say we are all eating rice and stew in the country. Because we are all jumping and jubilating, everything is fine. So do you think that is what they want to hear? These people, they work with facts. They don't work with what you tell them. Yes, they don't work with what you tell them. They work with facts, what they see. You get, and that's the truth. What they should do, instead of saying they should go and tell them everything that's happening in the country, no, they should start working, because they say he's threatening. But remember, he said they should try everything to stop the terrorism in the country. So what the federal government should do
Yeah.
is stop the terrorism in the country. The security forces, in fact, if we don't have more, they should start recruiting more in case we don't have more. Maybe they have for themselves. But the ones that will stop the terrorism, they should recruit more to go into those bushes, wherever this evil atrocities is taking place. Go there and make sure they stop it. Because if the killings stop, if this killing stop, you don't need anyone to tell you. You don't need anyone to tell you that it has stopped. You will see that even Nigerians will tell you that the country has at least changed for positive. Positively, the country has changed. But as long as the killings continue, people will continue to lament. The media is there. So even if you say the federal government should go and tell the United States everything that's happening, or what everything that's happening in the country, or that has been happening in the country, they are not kids that you tell them something and expect them to just work with it. They see everything that is being posted on the media, even though I know that the social media is full with so many misinformation. They try to put a lot of false narrative about some things without verification. Is a normal thing, but they still know the ones that are through, because like the other pastor in the Plateau State, you could see that he was even standing even in the grave of people that have been buried. The list of the names of people that have died, 500 names, right? He was there where they wrote the list of the names. So they are seeing it. These are the things they work with, not what you tell them. So the terrorism in Nigeria should stop. And if a lot of things will really be put in place in this country, I know that the crime rate in the country will reduce drastically. But with the way that it's going, the next day they want to start paying tax. Paying tax for a country that is actually doing well, or what? Because I don't know how next year is going to be, but and what I'm saying here is, federal government, if you people want to collect tax from Nigerian citizens, then you should make the country livable. Let it be comfortable. Not with this level of insecurity. When crimes happen, it cannot be dictated. When things happen, we cannot even investigate it properly. The next will begin to hear stories, and they expect people to want to comfortably pay tax. No, it can't work that way. So these are what I have to say. The US have started talking. They're already warning. They're already making threats. Then it is time to work. All the energy we are putting towards ensuring that the 2027 election comes or becomes a success, let's put it towards the insecurity in the country. Let's make Nigeria secured. Let's make Nigeria secure. Let the level of unemployment reduce so that things can begin to work in the country. Okay, viewers, this would be a good place to wrap up the show and newspaper review. And you know, we always do this. We'll stick up tomorrow again for the newspaper review. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media page. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about SRTV. Don't forget to leave us with a comment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll do this again. I remain your girl, Mary Valizi. Bye.
SRTV Laundry, bringing cleanliness to your fingertips. Laundry is so good, it will make you jump for joy. From stains to sparkle, we do it all. Let us do the dirty work for you. Quick, clean and convenient. SRTV Laundry is a place where stains come to surrender. Modern and convenient. Laundry that fits your busy life. Delivering freshness, one load at a time. Wear dirty clothes, find your shine. Experience laundry excellence like never before. For more details, contact the number on the screen.